Mike Johnson from PWInsiderTV here. We are with John Philapavage and Kevin Kiernan, the co-directors and producers of the ECW documentary, and I have been summoned here to Allentown, Pennsylvania, in the middle of nowhere, because I'm told that we have an announcement. So apparently the press corps is here. So what's the announcement, gentlemen?
All right, we're happy to break it here first, that the name of our film is going to be Barbed Wire City.
All right, so Barbed Wire City is going to be the name of your ECW documentary. Obviously a name that's kind of been referenced to ECW in the past. Explain why that's the name of the film.
This is a name that I came up with back in like 2000. And actually the early releases actually have it on there, right?
Yeah.
That it was there. I just felt like that was so, that said something about the company. I just thought it said something about what it was as an entity, not just not just Extreme Championship Wrestling, but what these guys kind of had to navigate, what the company had to navigate, what Paul Heyman had to navigate, what their fans had to navigate, was kind of this kind of rough terrain, and I thought the name kind of signified that. So the big thing to announce, other than Barbed Wire City, is barbedwirecity.com, which is going to be our website from here on out, and where you can get news and information. And when this thing goes on pre-sale, which hopefully will be soon, or to find out the premiere date to the general public who aren't already our backers, you just go to barbedwirecity.com and you'll have announcements and merchandise and all kinds of news and maybe some fun videos.
In a perfect world, when do you see the film being released?
What are we at now?
No, it's a perfect world.
It's a perfect world?
In a perfect world,
tomorrow,
where do you see it?
Because then we can have a party. In the next few weeks. No, I'm lying. Then, I would like, what are we in, January?
We're in January.
Before May.
Okay.
I mean, we've had prospective dates that we haven't fully been able to lock up. And, Kevin's right. Kevin always wants more time. I always tell the backers that Kevin's fighting for more time. And I'm always like, are we dragging our feet? Are we not? But, I see him working hard on a lot of stuff. Little things that, that he said in his interview that just make it better. If you want to speak to that at all.
No, I mean, it's just a matter of, it's hard when you get into making a film and there's a cut every 10 seconds for, over 90 minutes, and you just want to be able to make sure they're all,
there's like 800
as good as they can be.
800 and some clips in this, interview clips in this film. Not counting the B-roll, which is like, the visuals that you'll see. There's like almost 100 photos at this point.
And some of those are going to be animated with animated effects, correct?
All of them will be.
All of them will be,
in
okay.
Some way, yeah. So that's a whole nother thing. Is that getting all that stuff done. And then there's this business side, which is why we have a business manager. And I always fight with that because I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And these things take time, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
One last question. What's your message to those who worked in ECW, or maybe those who ran ECW, about the film? Because there's kind of this misconception of, oh, it's another ECW documentary, it's another ECW reunion. So what do you say to the people who, not just the fans, because you've obviously reached out to the fans,
right,
but the personalities involved who were those who stirred the drink that was ECW, in terms of how you're going to present and document what was their baby for so many years?
You have a voice. That's the message. Everybody, from Paul Heyman all the way down, you have a voice and an explanation in this. I think we're very fair to all sides of any argument, and the things that we go into are things that both wrestling fans and regular people will find interesting, hopefully. You know what I mean? I mean, we've shown it to people who are non-wrestling fans. We've shown clips, and I'm actually much more fascinated to interview them after they watch portions and see what they think of it. Not that I'm not interested in what wrestling fans have to say, but people who don't think that this is normal are interesting to talk to after they see these kind of things. Because I think as people around wrestling, like Kevin already spoke to it, he's not even a weekly wrestling fan, has never been, but he's been to enough shows and he's dealt with enough wrestling personnel, and he's seen enough of the ECW footage that it's normal to see somebody jump off of a balcony now. You know what I mean? Or bleed profusely. And it's not normal to a regular, 9-to-5 Joe who doesn't watch wrestling. So I think that those things are kind of interesting. But I hope all the wrestlers like it. I hope they come to the premiere. I mean, if Paul Heyman wants to come to the premiere, that would be cool too. I've never spoken to him.
Well, there you go. All right, guys, I want to thank you for your time, and everyone check out the official website of Barbed Wire City.